of this overview and review. What do I think of the unit? Honestly, I've had no issues with it. Well, I shouldn't say that. About 3 days ago, I was out and in an area I wasn't too familiar with, and I remembered I needed to stop at a Best Buy to pick up something. So I did the Google search in the unit, found I typed in Best Buy, it found the nearest one, plotted it in, and I found this out after I parked. Because the area was at, the maps are only, one thing to keep in mind is the GPS is only as good as the maps it has. And that's why I mentioned earlier about always connecting this up every couple of weeks just to see if there's any updates available. You can
turn right on Stanford Ranch Road.
You can purchase map updates as Garmin releases them. Generally, I've seen you can buy a lifetime upgrade, which is I want to say it's somewhere in the $150 range. And if you purchase that one-time upgrade, any additional map updates they release are basically free for the unit that you've bought it for. Or you can do a one-time purchase. Let's say they only release 1 or 2 updates a year, and I believe those range in about the $50 to $70 range.
Drive 1 mile to Rubio's, about Harkville, on right.
And it's a good idea, like I said, because getting back to my story, this Best Buy I went to, it was relatively, I guess the area it was in was relatively new, and it routed me there. The only problem was because it didn't have the local roads yet where the Best Buy was, it routed me on the freeway I was on right next to it. So, and then it said I had arrived. But unfortunately, being on the freeway, I couldn't just stop and get out and go shopping and leave my car sitting on the freeway. So I basically just took the next exit, came around. And as a matter of fact, when I was in the store, I asked one of the people if this was a newer store, and they said, yeah, they've only been open about 2 months. And in the area that the store was a new commercial area that they had created for it. So again, like I said, the GPS is only as good as the maps it has. So it's a good idea, like I said, at least once or twice a year, go out to Garmin's website. And one other thing that I really like about this, and I know other GPS units, when you're coming to your destination, it'll tell you if it's on the right or left hand side. So if you've got a crossover, a very cool feature. Just wanted to point that out. But again, to reinforce it, it's only as good as the map. So like I said, if you purchase any GPS unit, either be it a Garmin or any other manufacturer, make sure you check pretty frequently to see if there's any additional map updates they'll either provide or you can purchase. As far as what again, wrapping this up, so far it's, other than that one time, it's performed flawlessly for me. It's gotten me, as a matter of fact, it's been sort of a lifesaver because I just moved about 3 months ago and I'm not too familiar with the area I'm in, and it's been great for finding grocery stores, gas stations, that type of thing. Even if I'm out with friends and I just want to find a cool place to eat, a different place to eat, I can just search for it in here, or by category, and sometimes it's fun just to randomly pick a place and go and see what it's like. One other thing I should mention, it's got this, I believe it's called their Chow feature, and what it is if I can find it here, I'm trying to, I never use it, but basically what it is if you've got friends that have other compatible Garmin units, they can enter in their information and share it with you, and you can look at the map and see where they are. I don't know, privacy wise, if you always want people to know where you are, but it is something, I guess it's a little fun thing you can do. I guess where I could see it, if you had children, and let's say you had a son or daughter that was driving to go see somebody on a long trip, you can monitor and see where they are. I guess another cool function along the same vein, if they broke down, you could just flip on the unit and see where they are. Again, I've never used it, so I can't vouch for how well it works or if, exactly how it works, but that's my understanding looking at the information that came with the unit. So there you have it. There's my overview and I guess semi-quasi review. Like I said, I've had no issues with I've had a previous Garmin unit, an older one, that used to lock up every once in a while. No idea why. Just be driving along and it would just freeze, and I'd have to reset. This unit so far has been flawless in that regard. Again, let me reemphasize, make sure you plug it in every once in a while to your computer and download those unit updates, because Garmin, from what I've seen, is very good, very proactive at providing updates to their units based on their own testing and user feedback. So if you see a major issue, they also, I believe on their website, have an area where you can submit issues where you see with the maps. Let's say it routes you to the wrong place, or the map sounded, you know, if you're into it and really want to take the time, go on their website and provide them that data, and that'll just help all of us in the long run. So again, like I said, to finally wrap this up, no major issues with this. As far as, like I do in all my reviews, as far as what I would add, I know the older Garmin unit I had was voice activated. I think I'd love to see this unit with that functionality added. So while I'm driving, I don't have to, technically you're not supposed to, but, you know, try and do a search or have whoever I'm driving with, you know, manually punching in stuff. So one feature I do miss on this particular unit is it doesn't provide any type of voice activation features, and I think if they came out with a model with that, pretty much would be the perfect GPS. And again, this is only this review of this particular Garmin unit. I know there's other manufacturers out there that probably are as good, if not better, but in my case with the Nuvi 1690, I recommend it. I've had it now for almost 3 months, and again, it's never, you know, besides that one issue with Best Buy, it's always gotten me where I need to go. And with that, guys, I'll wrap it up. Take it easy. Talk to you later.